Okay, Google, turn the light to indigo. Let's hear this real quick. Because this rings in my head 24/7. This is what my brain feels like whenever I hear this. I'm constantly trying to remember, like, okay, you have to chase your goals, but you gotta check in with your mom. And you gotta make sure your sisters are paid. You gotta make sure your bills are paid. But you gotta make sure you have fun and time for you, time for your friends. And like, I just constantly feel like I'm neglecting parts of my life. Nope. God made a day 24 hours. Yeah. It's not a lot of time. Because you just can't do it all in one moment. There's past, present, future. You gotta put pieces in places. It's 24 hours. You take part of those hours, do what you can do, and you go take it. Last year, I was grieving so much. I was burnt out. I was suppressing so much without actually realizing how much I was suppressing. And I was just giving everybody my last drop. I didn't even have anything to give to people. Anything I would receive, I would just give. It's not until I removed myself out of the situation and no longer was in a place to give to those people that I realized how much abundance I actually have. Because the fact that I kept receiving despite how much I was giving, oh wow, it literally felt like I could breathe again. It was as if I had been underwater for so long and I could finally breathe. I was around some people that made me realize what it felt like again to be around people who value my energy. People who had just met me for the first time. People who had only spent a couple days with me. Showed me the value of respect. But yeah, I was just not in a good place. Last year, I asked for help a lot. First time. Wow. First time in 24 years of living that I truly was like, guys, I need help. I need your support. I need you around me. I need my friends. I need my family. Though I didn't tell everybody in my family. And I'm still learning to allow my energy to be in motion, to be vulnerable. Whew. I really do want to post this video. I'm gonna let myself cry in it. I have videos of me doing this exact same thing. But when I was 15, when I was 16, and I'm doing this for myself, I'm doing this for me. So I can look back on it and see the growth, see the evolution. Ooh, the way it actually feels so good to cry. I bottled up my emotions for literally a decade. Bear in mind, I turned 25 this month. 20th of June. But out of the 25 years of my life, I bottled up my emotions for a decade of those. Through my formative years, through the years when I was feeling the most, I bottled so much up. I suppressed so much that I wonder, what have I suppressed that I don't even know? It became so natural. It was so hard for me to cry. Every time I wanted to cry, my eyes would literally dry up. And it's the fact that I started bottling up my emotions from the age of like 8. I didn't even hit double digits yet. Purely because I didn't want to be seen as weak. Purely because I was always in an environment when people would tell me to stop crying. Don't cry, stop crying. Why are you such a crybaby? Babes, I was 8. What else did you want me to do? And being in an environment, I grew up with brothers. I love them so dearly, but I've always grown up around guys and then my mum. But the closest people around me, the closest representation that I had around me were men. I was very much a tomboy. So to feel weak and vulnerable and unworthy of my emotions just because I was a girl, the easiest and hardest thing that I did was to bottle up my emotions. It was so easy because you just suppress it, you just shove it down, and you feel like it goes away, but it doesn't. It comes back and it blows up. It blows up in your face, it blows up in other people's face, and it burns yourself and so many people around you. I've always wanted to live up to these expectations that other people have placed for me. And I have. But in spite of what? In spite of me truly feeling whole, it's not that I haven't been showing up as myself. It's not that I was changing who I was. Well, I guess I was changing who I was, but I wasn't. Oof, lol. I was really trying to hold that fart in. Anyway. It's not that I wasn't being Patsy. I was always Patsy. I've always been Patsy. I love this story of the origin of Patsy because it just shows how much light I've always had. It shows how strong my soul has always been from such a young age. It is the root of me. It is the seed that has grown into this beautiful fucking woman that I am today. And into the beautiful person I will become in the future. Yeah, it's not that I was changing myself. I've always been Patsy. But there's so many layers to Patsy. There's so many layers to me. And for so many years, I was just pretzeling myself, putting on a mask, showing up in a way that other people wanted me to show up for them, dimming my light to make myself palatable for other people. Because for so long, I felt like a burden. And that's the hardest thing for me to overcome. And that's the fear that stops me from doing a lot of things. The fear of inconveniencing people. The fear of feeling like a burden. The fear of people thinking I'm too much. The fear of being rejected. So much fear that I just go in a circle of doing a lot of fucking nothing. I have so much power, so much energy, so much light, so much force. I have so much to say. I have so much to change. And I know all of this will come to fruition because look at me. I've changed. I'm crying on camera. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. People are gonna see me cry. Nobody in my high school, none of my friends in high school had ever seen me cry. Why? Because I suppressed every last ounce of it. My family rarely ever sees me cry because I suppress every last ounce of it. Let me rephrase that. I suppressed every last ounce of it until it blew up. So when I turned 18, 4 months later, it was in October. I turned 18 in June and it was in October, late October. We were on a family trip. You know how it is when you're with your family for an extended period of time. We were like with each other every single fucking day for a whole entire month. And I love it and it's great. But there was just so much changing, so much evolving. And I found myself screaming, crying my eyes out, arguing with my mother, ready to sleep on the streets of New York just because of an inconvenience that happened in the cinema. And it was at that moment I was like, this is too much. This is too much. It didn't have to get to where it got to. And it's so important to me. I love my family so much. I truly love them so much. I can't even fathom the capacity of love that I have for them. I was like, if I want to truly have a healthy relationship with these people and my friends and my partner, I need to change. And I have. Almost a decade later, 8 years now? I'm crying. I'm feeling. I let go of so many people that I was holding on to that were holding me back, that just understanding what value people have in my life, understanding who's actually my friend, like who do I consider a friend and who considers me a friend in return and does everything that a friend does, who allows me to be a burden, who allows me to inconvenience them, who goes out of their way to make me feel supported, who goes out of their way to understand how to be a friend to me. Someone I don't have to I shouldn't have to explain to you how to be a good friend to me. You should learn. You should listen, because that's what I do. I try to be a good friend to anybody who I'm around. And I've understood that not everybody deserves that. Not everybody deserves my attention. Not everybody deserves access to me. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that I hate you. Doesn't mean that there's any beef, there's no qualms, there's no hate. There's only been one person in my whole life that I have felt true hatred for. And even today, I can sit and say that hatred is gone. We're not friends, don't get me wrong, but the hatred is gone. I just appreciate what we had. I appreciate the friendship that we had. I appreciate the adventures we went on, and I appreciate the growth that came from that friendship. And that's with every single friendship that has came and gone. Understanding who is an acquaintance and who is a friendly. I love this little word, friendly, because that has always been my issue, is understanding like you're not an acquaintance, but you're also not a friend. So what are you? You're a friendly. Because we're a little bit more than an acquaintance, but we're not friends like that. We're friendly. I also need to show myself that I can commit, because I know I can. I get scared. I get scared of what if I start and then I miss a couple weeks, so I never start. Or right now, for example, I'm trying to like build up a bank. Instead of just posting, I'm trying to get myself ahead so I can be a couple days ahead and have a couple things in the bank and know that I can just post them and make new things as I go, and I have those backed up if I don't have anything to post, which I think will be useful for me and it would help. But at the same time, I'm not moving any faster than I was before. I'm not really doing anything that different than I was before. I always make these tasks so colossal that I don't know how to tackle it. Like, I understand that I need to take the first step, but I'm looking at the top of the fucking mountain and asking myself, how the fuck am I gonna get up there? When realistically, I know exactly how I'm gonna get up there. I'm just procrastinating by allowing myself to be scared of the outcome. And that's that, really. Even posting videos like this, like, these are things that I love to watch. Like, I really enjoy listening to podcasts. I really enjoy listening to people go through their life journey and depict what's happening within their life, what's happening within their brain, what's happening to them as they're evolving and sharing their personal growth. I love introspection. I love listening to people delve into themselves, because there's so much that can be told. And I'm understanding that there is so much that I'm going to tell. There's so much that I can read also. It is a game changer. I'm actually, for once in my life, sitting in my solitude. I should name her. I name all my inanimate objects, and I've just realized my unicorn doesn't have a name, and neither does my cat. Low-key, the cat is giving me Sylvester, so I'm gonna call it Sylvester. The unicorn, we'll come back to that. Wow. Anyway. Okay, I think we're getting a little bit off topic. I've went through the motions. I've cried. But thank you for letting me be vulnerable. Thank you for sharing this space with me. And to Patsy in the future, I'm proud of you. Just know when you're watching this back in a couple years, we're getting there. We're getting there. Allow yourself to procrastinate sometimes. It's fun. Don't fall into it. Get yourself routines. Stick to your routines. They actually really help you. I was feeling so, I was ready to like grab a drink and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab a drink, eat some popcorn, watch a movie, fuck this shit. Instead, I was like, you know what? Before I do that, let me close up shop. Let me actually wash the dishes and stuff, and then we'll see how we feel. I washed the dishes and I was like, as I was washing it, I felt myself calming down, cleaned up the kitchen. I was like, I actually feel okay now. I'm just gonna drink some tea and I ate a plum. The difference, yeah? It's your stress that makes you want to go to different substances, yeah? Your stress response, calm. It's okay. And just because you haven't done anything necessarily productive in the day doesn't mean that you're now useless, doesn't mean that you haven't done anything, doesn't mean you now need to like throw the whole entire day away. It's okay. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are watching this video, I genuinely do want to share. There's so much life that I have lived. I've lived many lives, and there's so much that I'm going to do. I really do want to share my journey with you guys. I have so much in the archive that I will start sharing it with you. It's important for me to do that. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. It genuinely does help. Leave a comment as well if you understand the feelings that I'm going through. And last but not least, give it a thumbs up. Helps break the algorithm, helps push my videos to the people who genuinely want to see it more. And yeah, watch this space. Oh, I so want to bring that back. Should I so do that?